Welcome back. Now let's fix this side. As you can see, this section is a bit more to the left while ours is in the middle. So how we're gonna fix that is by giving a margin to the right to this entire div. So remember, this entire column called nav should be placed to the left. Yes. So our nav, remember, our nav is all of it, all of this. We're gonna give it a margin. Oops, I can't type again. Let's try 100 pixels. Yeah, it looks alright. Next, let's fix this. Let's make it a little bit more sharper. As you can see, this looks quite sharp while ours looks fat. Yeah, fat. We're gonna fix that by giving a font weight of 300. Remember, 400 is the one we imported. The regular is 400. We're gonna make it sharper by lowering the font weights, as you can see. Okay, next, these list items, they are contents. Oops. Navbar, excuse me. Now, for each list item in our navbar, let's give it a color of 00008. Or no, 05, 04. Yeah. So if you don't know what this means, we're given an RGB color. So the three values of an RGB, red, green, blue. 000 means black. 255 three times means white, and everything in between can be a different color. The A stands for the opacity, and we can give it an opacity of 0.4 to give it that little grayish color. Let's space it out, because as you can see here, they are spaced out. So each item has a margin of, let's say, 3. And the same thing for the bottom, 3. Yes. Next, a letter spacing of 1 pixel. Alright, enough. We're gonna give these two a color as well. So the icons, let's copy the color. Yeah, each item, list item, has this color. And yeah, this one as well. So let's go to our, let's give it an ID first. An ID of designer. Name it whatever you want. And let's make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, the left side is almost complete. One more thing, and that's the hover effect and the permanent black. So the first item in this list is always black, and the last item in this list is always black, while ours is completely gray. Let's fix that. So how are we gonna do that? Now, in our nav, we're gonna target the first type. So we're saying, look into our navbar, look in all of the list items we have, and take the first one and make it black. Now, regarding for the other list, I'll just use comma so we can use one style for both. This one is located in icons list. Now, here we used first of type, and for the other one we can use last of type. See how it works? Boom. The final thing is the hover effect. Let's copy it. So each time we hover over it, it has to become black. Now, if you're gonna leave it as if you are going to leave it like this, you can see that it pops. The black pops, while here it smooths inside its leaves. This one is more pleasing on the eye, while this one is better. Okay, so how are we gonna fix that? Yeah, here. Let's give the cursor pointer first for this finger effect. Now, the list, regarding the lists, or no, for the navbar itself, we're gonna give the transition. So each time we transition into it, I want it to have an animation of 0.3 seconds, and it eases in. So instead of popping in, it should be easing in. And same thing for icon. Yes. And each time we hover over them, we want them to transform also. Or no, it's not necessary. Now, we made the page go from ugly to less ugly, almost looking like it. Now, we can see that each image is separated, so they have a little bit of margin on the top and between them, while ours doesn't have anything. So let's fix that. Let's remove this ugly color. Let's give the entire main a margin on top. What this will do is add a little bit of margin right here on the top, and each image should have a margin of, let's pick 30 pixels to the bottom, so they are separated. Nice. Now let's add display flex, and you'll see why in a moment. However, if you leave it like that, each picture will be now next to each other instead of downwards. That's the default behavior of flex, so we can specify that the direction should be a column and not a row. Alright. Now let's add this part. So for that we're going to use another list. Inside of our main, let's add an unordered list with 6 items. We'll leave them like X for now. There we go. Let's call it page. Yeah, sounds nice. So what should page have? Well, I can tell you what it shouldn't have. A list style. Yeah. Now for each page item, a display of inline blocks, so they are positioned next to each other instead of downwards. Yes. And now let's make them bigger. Yeah, sounds good. Seems about right. Let's make this 1 to 4. And the final thing is those arrows. So for that we are going to use font awesome again. Let's pick left arrow. Yeah, this one is good enough. Otherwise we could use the long one. It's all a matter of preference. Yeah, copy it, put it inside. It kind of broke my tabbing. Let's fix that. No, copy it. No, we'll change this to right. There we go. Now let's add a little bit of margin between them. So each item should have a margin left of 2 pixels. Same thing for the right. So they are evenly spaced out. Perhaps a little bit more. 3, 3. Yeah. Well, now to center this, that's why we added the flexbox. So now with the flexbox we can just say justify content, because this is what centers it horizontally. However, because we changed the direction over here, no, wait, let me check. No, indeed, because we changed the direction, we have to use line items. Exactly. Normally we would use justify content to make it horizontally, to center it horizontally, but because we changed the direction, we'll use the other one, align items, to center it horizontally. Now that it's centered horizontally, let's change the color to match the other items. So yeah, let's just copy this and make the second item black. Now we cannot say first of type or last of type, so we are going to use end child. So instead of saying the first or the last, with end child we can just pick not a one. So not the first item, not the second item, but the third item. So the third item should be black. There we go. Let's add this hover effect as well. So let's just copy this. Where did we specify it? Right here. Oops. Ignore that, please. Perfect. Now we can see that it has this nice, beautiful effect. But the last thing we have to add is the smooth animation, like here. So for that we are just going to copy this and paste it in. Yes, perfect. Now the final thing left for us to do is this footer right here. Alright, let's continue. Now for the last part, let's add this line first. So we're gonna add HR tag. An HR tag is a line, nothing else. However, we are not gonna see it, just a dot right now. So to fix that, let's specify that the width of our HR takes the entire width of the parent so the main div, and it also needs to have this color. Yeah, sounds about right. It does need to have a little bit of margin, so margin to 50 pixels. Sounds about right. And now for the final this piece, the footer. So we are going to be adding a footer with 2 sections in it. The first one is about me, and the other one will be contact me. Yeah. So I'll just copy this and give it a h4 about me. Now we can just paste it here as well. So now we have them under each other. Perfect. So we are gonna specify that about me and contact me. So both divs should take a width of 50%. Yes. And finally, about me should float left, and the other one float right. So they are next to each other. Let's give the footer. Oh, we don't have it. Right, now we do. A margin bottom of 50 pixels. Perfect. Just like this one. Yeah. Let's give the second p tag. So the second p. Oops. It's just take it out. So about me, the second p, so that would be, oh, never mind, just take the p. Same thing for contact me, p. Let's make those a little bit smaller. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's make them a little bit more gray. So RGBA again, this time a little higher value, so they are not, yeah, perhaps even a little bit more smaller. Yeah, sounds about right. Now we're gonna copy this, put it inside of the about me, change this to Barcelona, Spain, because we would not want to be there. Yeah. Now they are gonna look like this and not like this. So we have to specify that these are separate lines. Yes. And for the final thing, let's give them a line height. So in both of them, a line height of, let's say, 10 pixels. What this will do is, well, perhaps even a bit bigger. Yeah, what this will do is separate them, just like she did. Perhaps 30 pixels is a little bit too much, so let's make it 20. Yeah, sounds okay. Let's align them both to the left. So take some left. And finally, let's give it a little bit of padding so they don't come right next to each other. So for the both P's, padding to the right of, let's start off with 10 pixels. Is that nice? Good enough? Yeah. Let's add this, let's change it back to 8. Seems right. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. So that's about it. Now we have recreated this website without any frameworks, or any other sort of technology. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and perhaps I'll answer them. Thanks.